We're gonna do some power rankings, and because of some similarities, Chandler, why don't you guide us? And Lou, you just sort of interject when you disagree.
Well, because we both did these
That's
blindly, and
yeah.
they were pretty much the exact same, besides 5 and 6 or 6 and 7 being flipped. So
gotcha.
Number 10, Louis, I'm going to start off with the Lakers. I think that they are always going to kind of be there when they're healthy. They make the move for Dorian Finney-Smith. We'll see how that pans out. But I think just getting off D'Angelo Russell, giving the keys to LeBron, Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, knowing a set rotation lineup, I think it's just going to help them. Bringing in another 3-and-D guy like Dodo can really help. So I got the Lakers at number 10.
Yes?
Yeah.
Check.
And I agree with 10. For a lot of the similar reasons. And at 9, I like the Dallas Mavericks, Chandler. Dallas Mavericks at 9. They're gonna go through some turbulence here though, with these guys being out. They might slide down or out
of the top 10
by the next time we do this again.
We'll do this again, yeah.
Yeah, but I like Dallas Mavericks. I like Dallas Mavericks at 9. They gotta really create some waves for them to get down. It looks like it's going to get worse before it gets better.
And this is a big test for them. They could, obviously, I kind of see them sliding outside the top 10, but this is a huge kind of week to 2 week stretch for them, what they can do without both those guys. Number 8, I got the Denver Nuggets. And again, I was kind of ready to write this team off early on the season, but they're figuring it out. And again, they're healthy now. Aaron Gordon is back. Their depth is still a little concerning. I've been waiting on a Peyton Watson or Christian Braun, someone like that to kind of step up. I think they should be in the market for a move. I think they should kind of get off Porter, bring in a Levine, a Bradley Beal, someone like that. And I think they're going to continue to get better. When you have the best player in the world, you always have a chance to win. So I like the Denver Nuggets, Jokic at 8.
Yeah, and I hate the fact they're even at 8. You know, I thought this was going to be a top 4 team that we were gonna be looking at, but right now, like you said, they have some depth issues. They have some things that they got to clean up, but they're still an above-average basketball team. And anytime you have one of the best players in the world, you're going to have a chance to compete and get to the NBA Finals. So at 8, I like the Denver Nuggets. What about 7, Chandler?
7, we got the Milwaukee Bucks, which is crazy. The start that they had, just had Bobby on. I think they start off 1-8, 2-8, or whatever. The fact that they can go win the NBA Cup. They're getting healthy. Chris Middleton's getting his legs back. I think they're going to continue to rise. And when you look at the top 10, the Eastern, it's kind of dominated by the West. But the Milwaukee Bucks are a team that could sneakily be there at the end.
I like that. Chandler, you know who I like at number 6?
I think you like.
Yeah, this is where we swapped out. Yeah, this is where we swapped out a little bit, and my computer started tripping. I like the Memphis Grizzlies.
I love that for you.
Yeah, I like the Memphis Grizzlies, and this is one of the teams that I see that can break the top 5 easily. Just the way that they're playing with confidence. Ja Morant getting back in that lineup and having them, and I like the fact they're just tough. You know, when he was out missing, they were lacking that toughness. Now that he's back, they're mixing it up every game with somebody. It's always a little scrum with the Memphis Grizzlies. So I like them sitting still at 6. What you like at 5?
Ooh, top 5, here we go.
5, I like the Houston Rockets, which to me is a huge surprise. I don't think anyone expected them to be this good. Udoka has got them playing on both sides of the ball. They are 23-12. Currently the 2nd seed in the Western Conference, which we all know is loaded. This team is impressive. We wondered if Jalen Green and Sengun play together. The answer is yes, they can. They also have so many assets, so many deep young guys on that bench that they can move and even better their team. They know how to play. When they don't score the ball, they can win defensively. So I love the Houston Rockets here. And number 5, Louis, we're in the top 4.
Yep, getting down to the nitty-gritty. No surprises here. I'm good with the New York Knicks at the number 4 spot.
Okay.
They're at number 4. I just feel like the top 3 teams are just playing slightly better basketball than them. They can easily be 3-2-1, depending on the type of week that they can have. With depth, with the guys that they're playing at a high level, the big bodega, that's my favorite new nickname of the NBA season. I feel like this is a team that's going to trend up, but at the moment, I like them at number 4.
At number 3, I like OKC. Again, I think they could be higher. They're 30-5. They have a better record than the Boston Celtics. They're just a slightly worse record than the Cleveland Cavs. So I can't say Cleveland Cavs.
That's all right. It's hard to do.
But we all know how good they are. They're young. They're poised. SGA is one of the greatest players in the NBA right now. So I think they are the lock and the favorite to obviously come out of the West.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And number 2, I'm going to go Cleveland Cavaliers. The way that they come out of the gate this year, playing big-time basketball, you can tell they're a confident group, and they feel like they're not surprised that they're here. They feel like they belong in the top 2. They're going to compete at a high level. They're going to give Boston a run for their money, try to come out of the East, and so are the New York Knicks. So we'll see how that goes. But at the moment, the top dog is the top dog.
Yeah, champs still proven otherwise. And the Cavs, they aren't a joke, right? I think this isn't fool's gold. They can play. But the Boston Celtics, I don't care that their record is 26-10. They have a worse record than the Cavs, and a worse record than the Thunder. I trust them more. I think they're the best team. They have the best starting five in the NBA, especially if KP can find a way to stay healthy. They defend, they score, they have shooting, they have it all. They're my favorite to win it all and obviously come out of the East. But it's crazy when you look, only 4 teams in the Eastern Conference in the top 10. So it's definitely deeper on the West.
And what's crazy, you look at the odds for the number 2 team versus the number 1 team. So if I'm a betting man,
and you
Cleveland Cavaliers, they look really good. And I even throw a little money at the New York Knicks if I had a budget for it. But though, because we like to hit home runs. Yeah, well, I don't.
It is true because outside the Thunder, I think the Knicks, the Cavs, the Celtics, they all beat these Western Conference teams in the finals. You know what I mean?
Before the season started, I put Knicks and Thunder to make it to the finals. So we'll see what happens.
Not a bad play.
I do like futures. We're going to take a quick break and wrap things up on the other side when we come back.
Run it up, run it back.